What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 18th episode of the Nothin But Net Show. I'm your co-host Jamar, alongside Mikey.
And today, we're going to be talking about the NBA postseason, and more specifically, the semifinals. Are the Warriors vulnerable? Maybe. Are the Boston Celtics legit? I've been saying this. Are his Portland Trailblazers proven? Maybe, we'll see. And finally, did Toronto overcome their playoff demons? Drake was there, and they won in game one? Oh, boy.
Stay tuned, keep watching this episode to find out those answers. You see all the social medias on the screen. You know the drill. If you're not following us already, throw a follow, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it.
Let's go!
Up on the set, ballin' nothing but net. Posting my clips, shut down the internet. First like it, comment what you like best. I won't pass it like boy, put me to the test. Nothin But Net Show, you know we coming up. Cop our merch if you wanna show love. Sub to our channel, help us level up. Nothin But Net Show, you know we coming up.
The Warriors just completed a very tough series with the LA Clippers. While most people expected it probably to be a sweep or maybe 5 games, the Clippers took them a tough 6, including 2 back-to-back wins in Oracle. Mikey, I have to ask you this question. We just watched the end of the Warriors and the Rockets' first game where they escaped, but with a lot of controversy, especially from the refs.
Okay.
Are the Warriors vulnerable right now?
I don't think so, honestly.
Interesting.
If they didn't have 4 All-Stars in their starting lineup,
I know.
maybe. Like,
Well,
here's
they
the
got
thing.
5 Olympians.
Yeah, like, as we saw, Steph was a little off towards the end of that Clippers series, and so KD threw the backpack on. Like,
KD went crazy. Listen,
I
America,
really think
if
that's
you're
the
not already in tune, if you don't know,
he's the best scorer in the world, period.
you know who he is. In the world, all time,
Point blank, period. Point blank, period.
you know who he is. But listen, in my opinion,
5.
I think they're a little vulnerable right now.
You always think they're vulnerable.
No. Let's get this record straight. You always think they're vulnerable. You're a Warriors hater, all that stuff. No, I'm not. None of those things are true. The Warriors are vulnerable right now. You cannot have watched that Clippers series. They lose 2 games at Oracle. Forget that. It's the way in which they did it. To a team with 0 stars, we both agree, right?
Yeah.
Okay. To a team with 0 stars to lose 2 playoff games, to get under the skin of the Warriors the way they did, to frustrate them, and having just watched that game where they won by 4 points, I believe, with all this controversy from the refs aspect, but ignoring all that, CP3 gets ejected, a lot of tempers flaring.
Harden couldn't hit a shot.
You don't think, okay, but another
Kevin
thing,
Durant.
the Warriors, I believe the Warriors shot 56% from the field for that game. The Rockets were 41, winning by 4 points. You don't think the Warriors are a little vulnerable?
Kevin Durant.
I understand. Okay, I'm not saying they're not a great team.
No, here's
I'm
the
asking
thing.
you, are they vulnerable?
It's the same thing that we've seen for the past few postseasons with him and LeBron James. If they're on your team and you guys just do what you got to do, they'll take you to the promised land.
Okay, but we also have concerns about injury, right? So Steph's ankle, Klay's ankle. You had Draymond limping for a little bit in that game, but he seems fine. So
Kevin Durant still.
Oh my gosh.
I don't trust. I just don't think there's a team that can touch them, to be honest. Like, the Rockets have a shot. Like, obviously they have a shot. We saw what the Clippers did. But I think the way the Clippers play basketball is so much different from the Rockets, as we saw. And we were talking about this. James Harden, ISO. Chris Paul, ISO. Was everyone else? Corner.
They play terrible basketball.
Wing.
They play terrible
come
basketball.
set me a screen. Come set me a screen. Oh, you guys aren't moving? Harden, move out the way.
But it works for them. It's terrible basketball, but it works.
In the regular season.
Yeah, and we'll just have to see if it works for this series.
Kevin Durant. We've heard it all year out of Boston. When the playoffs come, we're going to turn on. When the playoffs come, we're going to turn on. Our defense is going to get better. Our offense is going to get better. It might have. Jamar, are the Boston Celtics legit to make it out the East? Maybe the finals?
Yes. I waited so long. I paused because
You were trying to think.
No. I told myself I was not going to decide the answer until live on the show.
Okay.
And I was just sitting there thinking about it. And yes, they are a legitimate threat to come out of the East. Okay. Having watched that game 1 this afternoon,
Giannis,
seeing the way this is how the series looks like to me. I still have to, mind you, all you guys know, I did choose the Bucks to win this series. Mm-hmm. And I still have to see game 2 to make the decision about whether or not I'm going to stick with the Bucks or turn to the Celtics.
Yeah.
But this is what I saw. The Bucks, the Celtics. The Celtics are more skilled.
Yeah.
The Celtics have more players that can get themselves a bucket.
Yeah.
The Celtics have more shooters. The Celtics
I think that's the only one that's close. Just because the Milwaukee got the
Celtics have more
shoot.
shooters. The Celtics have more shooters. That pick and pop with Al Horford is lethal.
But that same thing with Ilyasova and Brooke and.
But listen, this is probably the biggest factor to me.
Guard play?
Expecting is going to be close. No, because I expect Bledsoe to step it up. Especially he plays extremely well when he's playing against Kyrie Irving. I was looking at those numbers.
Terry Rozier ran him last year.
But this is the biggest thing with me. Kyrie Irving is by far the best closer in that series.
Easily.
By far. And I'm expecting the games to be close. And when the games are close, pressure's high. You have one person who hit a game winner in Game 7 of the finals, and you have Giannis who cannot do. He can't shoot consistently. Although he hit 3 threes today, to give him his fair credit, he did hit 3 threes, but he has not proven that he can shoot consistently. And to be honest with you, I was pretty disappointed in his play today. He came out, he wasn't as aggressive as I thought he would be. He's scared of Al Horford. Giannis, I know you watch the show. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. You are scared of Al Horford. Because we saw this last year. You love to talk about last year. What happened with the Celtics?
Giannis got
shut down by Al Horford, and you ran the Pistons, did whatever you want, pounding your chest, dunking the ball every other possession on Andre Drummond. Blake Griffin wasn't fully healthy, played 1.5 games in that series, we know.
Second best player, Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, so you want to be all big and bad then, but when you're playing against Al Horford, you play ultra passive in the first half. You come out the second half, don't do anything effective. I mean, look, if you don't have a big game too, we have another conversation to have on the next episode about where he stands in the echelon of NBA players.
I've been keeping that. I've been telling you, regular season's cute. Mm-hmm. Regular season's real cute. But if you can,
when it gets down to that playoffs, and I don't know what it is about Al Horford, of all people, really Al Horford. Defender. Hey, really man, smart. I give it to him. Look, Al Horford is perfect for the Celtics. Mm-hmm. Kyrie had like 27, 28. Al Horford was right there with 22. Kyrie had 11 assists. Al Horford had 11 rebounds. And that pick and pop is seriously lethal. He's worked on his shot so much. He can hit them threes.
I got 2 things for you. You said the Celtics have the best closer, right?
By far in that series.
The Celtics probably have the second and third best closer, too. In that series.
I was going to make that point. They have the second as well.
Gordon Hayward. And Jason Tatum's right there.
Yeah. And as far as Giannis, I don't know that he's a closer, especially because they can literally just sag off and make him shoot.
Can you shoot free throws either?
He's not that great of a 3-point shooter either. Who's their closer? Chris Middleton. Let me say this. Chris Middleton is playing like an all-star.
He should have been an all-star last year. They finally gave it to him this year. He's good.
And he's proven himself. He carried the Bucks for a long portion of that game, but at the end of the day, talent wins, and the Celtics really took off.
Now, one last thing I do want to say. I think the biggest thing with Giannis is how little amount of basketball he's played in his life. As you saw... No.
I'm not going to give him that pass.
No, I'm not giving him the pass. I'm saying we've seen in the playoffs teams be able to throw defenses at him and him look like a deer in headlights. He doesn't know what to do. I'm not giving him the pass.
If they're talking about...
I'm saying I think that benefits the Celtics. I'm not giving him an excuse. I'm saying the fact that Giannis never got to really see anything into the United States until 18. Brad Stevens is a genius. The defense
How old is Giannis now?
25?
It's been like 5-6 years. If you're saying this in year 3, fine. It's been like 5-6 years.
Yeah, but all these kids came up from playing at age 4. They're pushing him
to be the face of the league, right? They're talking about him being the best player in the league, right? They're talking about it, right? So I'm not giving him that pass. Point blank period. Game 2, we'll see if you show up.
Pull up or shut up.
We're also inviting you to be on the show if you like.
Of course.
Now, on the previous episode of the Nothin But Net Show...
Great episode, by the way.
It was a pretty good episode, if we do say so ourselves. But on the previous episode, we played Something, Nothing, or Everything. And I specifically asked Mikey about the Blazers' run towards the end of the show. Believe they were 10-2 over a 12-game stretch after Nurkic had gotten injured. And I asked him if it was something, nothing, everything, and he said something.
Yeah.
And I said it was everything. And now we have Dame drop 50 in a closeout game, buzzer beater 3 for the series, one of the best shots in NBA history. Yes, I said it. We have them take out the Thunder in 5, who you chose to win, America. He chose the Thunder to win. They took care of them in 5. We got them facing the Nuggets. I have to ask you, have the Trailblazers finally proven themselves?
No.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that. Cut. All right, refill.
What they prove? That they can beat a 6 seed? Oh, cute.
Oh my gosh, but you chose them to win.
Yeah.
You chose them to win.
I choose underdogs in March Madness all the time.
So what you mean the 6 seed?
They beat a 6 seed.
You're going to play that game? Really?
They beat, all right.
Were the Blazers the team that got the third team? The third seed?
They're the third
No,
seed.
that's not the team. That's not the team that got the third seed, my guy.
They missed one.
No, Nurkic. That's their third best player.
And it's Cantor stepped
Their best post defender and the third best.
And Cantor stepped right up. Here's the thing.
He did step up, but okay.
They made it out the first round. What does that prove? Literally,
When you're expecting them to lose, that proves a lot.
Wow, you guys made it out the first round. Wow!
You are so whack. Oh my gosh.
round.
Are you serious?
You know what it reminds me of? The Clippers a few years ago. When
No,
they all
but this
celebrated beating the Spurs. Oh, we're so here, we're so ready. Got bounced.
Okay, but that's besides the point. Because we can have a separate conversation about the Nuggets. Because again, the Nuggets' strength is their interior play.
Jokic gonna eat.
Jokic is gonna eat because again, no Nurkic. That series is gonna be tricky. That's a whole different conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Trailblazers have proven themselves. Why? Because nobody thinks they were legit. Nobody thought they were legit, especially after last year. And I love everything Damian Lillard had to say in any of his post-game press conferences when he's talking about sometimes you just have to go through. Sometimes you have to go through something, your controversy, your struggle, whatever it is. You go through something to grow through it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we saw that with LeBron, Dallas. I literally think, and I told you this, I think that last year was Damian Lillard's Dallas. And I think he's completely past that.
I don't really see that. LeBron's Dallas, the next year he won it. Lillard's Dallas.
Okay, completely different situation. Like, come on.
All right,
Mikey,
if they make the Western Conference Finals, they prove themselves.
No, they prove themselves right now.
The second round of
They're playing a team that is a better team than them, and they are not fully healthy. So I have not. Again, we'll have a separate conversation about who will win that series. But I'm talking about right here, right now, the way they played in that
series.
Bro, come on. But you weren't expecting them to win it.
Cool.
Okay, so.
They won one series.
You are so frustrated.
They won one.
You are so frustrated.
If they win this series, yeah, they did something. They proved it. But they won one. Like, talk to me when you guys win again.
The Trailblazers have proven themselves.
Talk to me if they make it to the Western Conference Finals. This year in Toronto, we've seen something that we haven't seen for a while, partially due to LeBron James and a few other factors, but Toronto now has Kawhi Leonard, and they now won a game 1 on their home court. Mind you, Drake was also in attendance. So all the factors that could have gone wrong for Toronto were there, and they still overcame it. Jamar, did this game 1 prove that Toronto has overcome their playoff demons?
I won't say that it's proved that they've overcome their playoff demons, but
looks like it.
I don't think that they had playoff demons. Again, I think that they had a playoff problem, and that problem was named LeBron James. LeBron James has left to a different conference. He's not in the playoff picture at all, actually, but he's left to a different conference. And the fact of the matter is,
they got better.
They have a better team, straight up. They traded DeMar DeRozan for Kawhi Leonard. You tell me which one's better.
Kawhi. And then Pascal Siakam takes that step.
Pascal.
Overtake.
Most improved. Hey.
D'Angelo Russell.
Most improved player in the league.
D-Lo.
Been trying to tell him.
D-Lo.
Pascal had 30 next to Kawhi's 45.
D-Lo. Imagine if. All right, we're not even going to get into that because that's a different conversation. But imagine D-Lo next to Kawhi. Obviously, he's going to put up stats too.
What?
But here's the thing. Pascal Siakam also took that step and overtook Kyle Lowry as the second best player. that I think was the biggest issue is Kyle Lowry, as we saw game 1 against the Magic at 0 points.
He can't be the second best player.
He's too small. He doesn't score consistently enough. He's a great defender. I like him. He plays like a pit bull. But like,
in
he
this
doesn't
league,
always do it. No, you can't do that. And then you get Marcus All, Serge Ibaka takes that
underrated
next step.
move. Marcus All is an underrated move.
Bench is really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I want to say they passed them like you. Here's the thing. LeBron James, obviously. But before that, they let John Wall and Bradley Beal, who hate each other, push them to 6 and almost 7. The year before that, Paul George comes back after breaking his leg, plays like 14 games, takes them to 7, and would have won if it wasn't for a call. Every year, even before LeBron James goes and runs through LeBronto, they have something go wrong.
They called it LeBronto on national television.
The Frozen would always fold.
No!
Kyle Lowry would show that he really is a 6-foot point guard that unfortunately just can't do it as a second star.
Yo, side note, oh my gosh.
LeBronto was so disrespectful.
That's so disrespectful.
That was so disrespectful.
I don't know who that analyst was, but they called it LeBronto on national television.
Imagine letting someone say LeBronto and then you go get swept.
And then you get swept, yeah. As the number 1 seed, the only team in the league that was top 5, both offense and defense. But anyways.
Now they got Kawhi.
Look, this is all I see. Again, I don't think that they had any playoff demons. Kyle Lowry, for whatever reason, does not play well in game 1. We know this. This is true.
Series in general for a lot of times.
I think he plays. He's not a great player. So
yeah,
when you're not a great player, you can't really expect great things just because it's a bigger stage.
That's
you
the
know.
thing.
So
a lot of times in the playoffs, everyone's numbers already take a step back, and so when your numbers are sort of good, a little bit better on some nights, but good majority of the time, playoffs are gonna be like and those games would have been like. Or now, you're missing.
Stars are expected to step forward, but a lot of the times other players take a step back.
Yeah, right. You get maybe one or two that's like, oh, is he the next star? Is he the next guy? Because he plays good for 3 games, and then the rest of the playoffs players disappear.
Right. So I wouldn't. Again, I don't think that they had demons. I just think they had a LeBron problem. Now that LeBron's gone, they have a better team. I'm expecting them, depending what happens in that Bucks series, I might shift my expectations to them to go to the NBA Finals, which would be fun, by the way. I would love to see Kawhi versus KD in the finals. I would love to see that Raptors team, because that Raptors team is really skilled too. You want to talk about having skill at every position and a good bench?
I got a question.
I like it.
I have a question. If, let's say, they don't make it out second round, are the demons real?
It would depend how they do it. Like, if they play great basketball and get overplayed, because the 76ers are also a very good
that
good
starting
team.
5 might be one of the most talented.
Probably the most talented in the East. If you're talking strictly starting 5. It's probably them and the Raptors, probably, maybe. I would have to look at that. But yeah, so if the Raptors play really well and they're just outplayed by the Sixers, then I wouldn't say no. But if the Raptors all of a sudden start playing terrible and the Sixers beat them, then yeah.
You know what happens? You know what we do if that happens? We take the Raptors, we move them to Seattle. Everyone's problem solved.
And that concludes the 18th episode of the Nothin But Net Show. As always, we're thankful to all of you for your support and your watch and your listens. We hope that you're tuning into our social media pages. We have been doing NBA predictions for the playoffs, and you can see our records and all of our predictions before the games happen to see, how well we know our stuff.
Yeah, sometimes we go a little bit hard. Sometimes we go a little anxious on some of our picks. And we hold each other accountable. Trust me, we text each other every night like, oh.
You went 0-2.
I was 2-0. What'd I tell you?
Yeah.
And we want you guys to jump in on it too. If you guys see a game that maybe one of us both picked, like we both picked the Bucks, but you're like, I think the C's got it. Tweet us. Let us know. Yeah, definitely chime in. You see the social media pages on the screen. Also, be sure to check out our website, www.modernsportsmediagroup.com, to stay updated with our articles and everything else that we have going on as a company. Besides that, that's all for today. Thanks for coming. Peace.